maybe some dive hex later on, you know, like you can see something like that happening. But overall, I completely agree. Good puck game. I'm not completely sold on the CK this game and how good the game it is for him. But the way you play CK right now is you literally just blow one target up and then you don't care. If you survive, you survive with the BKB. You're a one-trick pony.
I see what you did there.
Get me out.
So unfortunately, Lizard is stuck with me over the course of this next game. Let's see how it's all going to play out. I think 1J got scouted, putting down the ward, so they should know as soon as they scout the block. Don't think we'll have too much conflict early on here. Should just be fine for both sides.
Yep. 2 for 2. Most likely Weaver might try to snatch something. And he is playing into Brambles, but the Sentry Ward on Dark Willow is in her backpack, so they don't really have... Actually, Snap has it, so... Oh, that was an auto attack right there, if I've ever seen one.
Attack moving? What do you mean, bro? Why would I do that?
Do you see the ward? The one on the cliff? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Right next to the Weaver. That ward is some next level stuff right there.
How do that was just super sneaky ward.
I mean, it doesn't show anything. Like, I don't like it. I hate this word. Like, look at the vision during day. Like, look at what it shows. It's abysmal, really. Like, if you cut down some trees around this hard camp, I would understand. But like this, I really don't like it.
We'll see if they have some next level idea of how they plan to utilize this ward, as our lanes have now kicked off. Where's the action lane? Where should we be looking towards for crazy memes? Is it top with this Weaver Centaur? Is it bottom with this Phoenix Bloodseeker? Where's the madness?
Everywhere. I actually think this is one of those games where like you can have kills everywhere. On bot lane, if you make a mistake, this Bloodseeker gets some thirst charges, he can run you down. On top lane, if you're out of position, this Weaver is killing you together with the Scent. But there's skill potential on both sides. Like, you have this CK, you know, with the stun, Snap with the stun as well. Did he go for the Scatter Blast? He did go for the full bore.
Yeah.
So, narrower and longer. The first time I played against Snap, I was like, what in the hell is happening? I'm just dying to a solo Snap. And then I realized she deals no damage melee range, and then you just run at her, and that's it. Like, it's not as broken as it looks at first.
Yeah. It's one of those trade-off assets. Instead of just giving you the out-and-out buff, you gotta consider exactly how it plays out. Yeah.
It does help you, like, I don't know if we saw it right there on the camera, but it does help you with taking the range creeps. This blinding light dying light, sorry, on Phoenixes. It also blinds you because of the innate, so blinding sun helps out a lot. I think the dying light itself doesn't, but all the spells are, yeah, it doesn't, but all the other spells do. Yeah. In any case, it's just busted. It's really damn good to have.
Well, you need to be careful, bro. Don't gas up the Phoenix too much, remember?
I mean, what can I do?
We still need to climb MMR.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Phoenix enjoyer for as long as this hero has been in the pool. Sometimes you and a hero just click, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Phoenix is just one of those. I have a couple of heroes that I just clicked with, and I continue playing them my whole life. It's the way it is.
It's like me with Weaver, Bristleback, and Viper. My top 3 forever.
I have like 10 maybe, and that's it, you know? My boys.
Your crew. Let's look at the one lane we haven't really spoken about yet, this mid lane. Should the beatdown be this substantial? Because Erase is getting kind of erased by Rebel here. Is the Puck-Lesh matchup this lopsided?
I feel like Lesh, in the last couple of patches, started winning almost against anything besides, like, maybe Lina SF. Maybe some really bad matchups for him, but he just does well against whatever. And maybe he shouldn't be this crushed, but it's not an easy lane. They did pick Puck into it, so I don't know. Lesh having as many denies as you have last hits probably isn't where you want to be.
Certainly, that was not the plan, not on the cards. But we did see in the previous game that you can get bodied middle and still have a remarkable impact on the game as a whole. So certainly is not the last we'll be hearing out of Erase in this game.
Yeah, just wait for Erase to get online. His ulti and everything, you know, it helps out quite a lot. Oh, he doesn't get the rune, and he also used the orb. And the top lane is... Oh, okay, this is rough. So basically what happened mid lane, he tried to go for one rune. It got taken by Lesh, he wasn't fast enough. And then top rune got smashed by L1ga. So... No, not a good position to be in.
Definitely not what he wanted. Let's put some increased responsibility onto the hands of Kasane here on his Pango, who's doing decently well here in the bottom side of the map.
You know what you do now?
Not getting out CS'd.
You look at the lane where there's maybe a chance of a kill, and then you spam, go kill, go kill, go kill. You got this, guys. Why don't you kill? Because you know one of your teammates is gonna die, and then you're like, refill bottle pools.
Come middle, bro, I need you.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. Not going to be anytime soon, though, because all of these Radiant heroes are very, very healthy and also difficult to approach, right? Violent is always going to be topped up in the CS department. You know, on the other side of the map, going onto a Centaur or Weaver, that doesn't bode well. Phoenix is hard to kill at this stage of the game. It feels like Yellow Submarine are kind of constrained in their options, despite recognizing that the lanes aren't going as they should be. I'm not sure what they can actually do to affect the outcome that much right now.
Not a lot. Just chill. Wait for a better situation. We were hunting down your couriers. Look at him, like planting the sword. He's gonna kill the courier of Puck as well. That's kind of annoying.
Feels bad, man. While he is gone, though, they are putting some pressure out onto the center in the top lane, but Baby knows he's chilled, he's cool. Doesn't actually have to worry all that much.
And the difference is this Centaur, in comparison to the last game Centaur, he went for the workhorse. So he's got 2 bracers, he's very tanky. 2 bracers and a chainmail.
Go on to your king here. Satanic is gonna end up dead. First blood drawn by L1ga in the top side of the map. Ran out of mana, so he can't chase Askador down underneath the tower, but nonetheless, great way to start the game for them. Is Ru dead?
Maybe he's got Lotus.
Getting some burn damage down. Ru very close to dying, will end up dead, but throws in a blood grenade before ticking over. That might enable the Puck to find the revenge kill, but Puck runs out of mana as well. No options to actually kill the Phoenix.
I mean, Puck had absolutely nothing from the get-go. Like, he's having a really rough game, rough lane, and then he has no mana to work with, so doesn't get that kill. It all kind of spirals out, but he does get the refill at least.
Shout out to Ru for dying. Thank you, fam. I needed you.
Yeah, there you go. Overall, Yellow Submarine not looking that great at the moment. They are the academy team of Team Spirit, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. Part of the problem now I'm looking at the game states is that look how Liga are playing, bro. All of their cores, like both Centaur and the Bloodseeker, are alone in lane, not having to share experience or farm with their supports. Mid is completely fine. You know, it's Leshrak. He's happy to just shell there for a while, play as that anchor role. And it's not like these supports aren't getting experience either. They're getting these pulls. They're finding these creep camps. Yellow Submarine feel like they're falling behind on literally every metric in the game right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the game kind of spiraling out a bit. At the moment, at least, they're trying a bit on violent, but should be fine. And it's not like it gets easier once this Bloodseeker gets ruptured. You'll need to bring someone in because these two have no stuns. So they're trying to go on him instead.
Okay, he's underneath the tier 1 tower right now. They shield crashed on top of him, but it was a creep wave. They were just trying
Phoenix
to
is gonna go, yeah. Like, you can go in here. Maybe Dark Hollow is dead, actually.
Phoenix pushing forward, and a should be a kill onto Ru. One more right click is gonna be enough. And now the Rupture as well. They just got the level 6. Violent, hoping for the kill onto the Pango, but Pango does TP home. Unfortunately, this also drew support from both Erase and Askador, who aren't gonna find the counter initiation that they were looking for.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine are just being completely outplayed. But if you look at the Phoenix and the way this hero, the way the guy is playing it, Pantomime, like, you just have to ban it next game if you're playing against them. Like, he just dove into the offlaner and position 4 as a 5. He killed the position 4 he didn't even die. It's kind of silly.
Yeah. Pantomime, he's bringing that Power Rangers energy. It's working out for them right now. They haven't even needed to do the Power Rangers CPs just yet. Nice, even better.
Yeah, everything working out. I feel like Yellow Submarine right now, if you want to make a play, you need this puck. And
yeah.
Okay, Weaver is going in. Yo, okay, this was
a very peculiar
mad.
move here. Weaver is playing a little bit greedy, still alive at the moment, but doesn't have level 6, so will definitely end up dead. Rabel is trying to try and spin back for the boy, but he's run out of mana himself. Going back for the Lightning Storm though, after popping the magic wand. And that'll give him the juice to find the revenge kill. Don't think they can bring down their race though, but Weaver, a little bit too close to the sun on that one.
Puck is fine, I think, here. He's got orb as well.
Dude, there's no way he dies.
No way he dies, exactly. But honestly, that play from Weaver... I mean, there is no way you do that. That was so illegal, man. Like, he just sees a puck and a snap and goes into them. He knows, okay, Lash will follow, Lash mid.
They're gonna go on the Lash, but they don't have that much damage right now. They can't throw in any ultimates from their supports just yet. So Lash is able to just soak up the damage, back off. And it looks like we have 8 heroes in the mid lane, readying themselves for a skirmish. It's only Bloodseeker and the Pango that on CK at top as well. So 7 heroes here. Doesn't seem like a skirmish is actually going to happen though.
Yeah, gotta be a bit careful about this fight and how you play it, because if you plant an egg in a bad position, Snap can just blow it the hell up instantly, and Pango as well can roll in. So can't be too cocky, and also Puck has his ultimate, so they decide to back out, go to their lanes. CK has been jungling for I swear like 3 minutes already. He's jungling for minute 7. He died once in the lane and he just went away. He's like, yeah, peace out, I'm done.
Okay, I'll see you later, boys. Don't lose the game, we'll be okay. But progressing towards his armlet, which he should have very shortly, and we'll see if he decides to make his presence known elsewhere.
No, it's just a hard game for a CK.
Are they gonna kill Dark Willow? Rue's in a little bit of trouble. The Brambles will help though. Gonna try take the Twin Gate, but Pantomime comes through first, and Rue should die. The Fire Spirits made sure that he dies before he can even sniff the Roshan. And that should lead to a tier 1 tower in the top lane.
Yeah, I like his build as well. He went for the double dive on Phoenix, and when it comes to Weaver as well, maxing out the Q, it's really good. But still no level 6, of course, on the Weaver, no ulti. It's gonna have it soon. And most importantly, I feel for Yellow Submarine, the Snap is gonna have the 6 as well. After this one Satire. It's slow, but he's getting there.
They need to do something with the Puck and the Snap as soon as possible. ASAP. Need to find something on this map. They also just got an AD rune on the Puck. If somebody could show up with a smoke, this could be a very good opportunity for them to try find something on the map.
Did you just call it AD?
Yeah.
Rune? Click on the bottle. What does it say under the bottle? He's getting there.
They need to do something with the Puck and the Snap as soon as possible. ASAP. Need to find something on this map. They also just got an AD rune on the Puck. If somebody could show up with a smoke, this could be a very good opportunity for them to try find something on the map.
Did you just call it AD?
Yeah.
Rune? Click on the bottle. What does it say under the bottle? It says Rune double damage. I'm calling it double damage. We all know
tooltips in this game have never worked. Game is still in beta, bro. Too many things to fix before we can work on accurate tooltips.
AD Rune. What is this? League of Legends? Go away. I'm done.
Listen, bro. I'm in the future. Anno Domini Rune, bro. The new era. We're in the future, fam.
I see.
Oh, here is the smoke that we wanted. He is rolling with the Snapfire. Unfortunately, the prey that they're going to find bottom is someone that they actually don't want to commit this much effort killing. And they're not even going to get to kill him. Pantomime's out. Reads the move. He's gone. And more wasted time from Yellow Submarine.
He's gone top. They have, by the way, this Pango, completely different build than from the last match. No Raid Band Echo. He goes
mech.
full utility. Yeah, full utility. This is some old school Pango with Arcane's mech.
Definitely not seen this build in quite a while. There's going to be a small fight here. Pantomime came back bottom. He's going to egg though. And will they be able to destroy it? They can't. They need to run. And now Violence also threw the rupture out onto Kasane. The stun will come out. Can they catch Kasane before he TPs out? Yes, they can. They kill him off. They ruin the party of Yellow Submarine. And League Team, man, Pantomime is just playing with them. Not only does he break their smoke, now he just breaks the entire engagement.
Yeah, Snap is gonna die as well. Like, he's gone here. There's no rescuing the Snap. And the worst part is this is minute 14, by the way. So Puck.
Oh no.
Let's see who catches. I mean, this viewer is going for it 100%.
Let's see who's got the better right clicking. It's gonna be Rex. Weaver stopped off for a minute just to get some right clicks out, and that will deny him the wisdom room, sadly.
Oh. I feel like if you're Yellow Submarine right now, you're basically just waiting for this CK. All their plays are kind of off. Their offlaner cannot play because he gets ruptured. Your Puck combo with the Snap is nice, but you can't go on the Phoenix. And the little Shredder really isn't doing anything because, I mean, you're never in position to use it against the Seg. If he is just playing correctly, he's going to be far enough from you.
It sort of feels like the previous game all over again, where one team has options in order of starting fights, or several of them, and the other team is just stuck in response mode right now. A very awkward place to be. Man, I really wish they had Clockwork instead of Snapfire, but what can you do? This is the game we have to live with. But I think Clock was banned first phase, to be fair.
I don't think Clock would have helped against the Egg, and then Egg is a free win. That's the problem. Like with this Snap, I feel that you at least have some solution to the Egg at any single point in the game. Snap just needs to maybe get some mobility, like a Force Staff or something. But the most important player still for them is Satanic. He needs to get this Orchid, and then he can start blowing heroes up on his own.
Violent just showed middle, but he's got a lot of allies around him. They're smoked up with the Puck and the Dark Willow. They're trying again to try and make something happen. Sadly, it has failed, and 1J, not only has it failed, he scouted them out. They create the space for them to go on to Rue, but he's not dead just yet. Shadow Realm will buy space and time. The Dream Quail holds him in position for a moment. The outbound TP attempt will be there, but the attempt will fail. 1J, with some right clicks and assistance from Double Edge, kills off the Dark Willow.
Look, if they're smoking up, there's no way in hell they kill anyone. Okay. Puck, what?
Oh my gosh, Puck. Okay.
Yeah.
The stun was already expended, so he's fine.
So basically, there is no way you kill anyone without the Snap at this point. You just don't have the damage. Like, maybe Weaver if you silence him and everything, but even him, I'm pretty sure doesn't die. Unless you have the Snap with Morty's Kisses. So they need Morty's Kisses to get these kills.
Unfortunately, Morty has been in a standoffish mood today, not willing to kiss anybody. Might end up kissing this Leshrac and the Centaur here. They don't have the Dream Quail just yet. It's still 18 seconds away. We do find the Brambles though. Here comes the ultimate. The Stampede will come as well. Unfortunately, the Bramble Maze, the counter we spoke about, is there. And they finally managed to bring down Rabo. Does require 3 ultimates to do, but at this stage of the game, definitely well worth it.
Yeah, that was super worth it for them. They needed to get any kill on the board, and they got the Lash. So 6k advantage for L1, but a nice little kill. Rue loses the Courier.
Feels bad.
I love the build on Weaver, by the way. Just saying.
Mid lane? They actually caught a race? How?
A blink sent, I guess. That's it. But he shouldn't be dying.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, mates. I don't know about that one.
He definitely shouldn't be dying as a Puck in this game, but unfortunately he does. They manage to catch him, they find the right angle, and the game isn't gonna get easier for him. Like, this Weaver is buying Orchid, and he's not too far away from it.
Do you remember... I forget which region. There was some game we were doing together where the Phoenix in that particular game went Vessel straight into the Hex. Like, stopped over for nothing else in between.
Look,
is this that kind of game where that can happen?
I mean, this is a game in which you can straight go Hex. You don't even need a vessel. You can go Tranquil's Hex. This hero, like the trick about some heroes, like Veno is one of them, Phoenix is one of them. Even maybe Weaver as a support is one of those. Like you can buy, maybe Weaver not as much, but you can buy anything. You know, like you're all about your spells. So just buy anything that benefits your team. Is a Hex gonna change the way you egg? It's not really gonna, right? Is the vessel gonna change it? Maybe you have some more flexibility. Bot lane? Nothing special.
Going onto Kasane, he should be fine though. Has Rolling Thunder, has Mech, he's okay.
Yeah, almost a pipe. This pipe is massive for them. They need... I love that he's going for all this utility mid lane.
Oh, mid lane? They found 1J. And they actually do get the kill. And then they commit the Dream Coil, but it misses onto Rabel. Oh no, that was not supposed to happen. I'm not sure they would have been able to kill him regardless, but definitely can't kill him now.
Yep, Erase not having the best game of his life, but it'll pick up, I'm sure. Just keep it up, It'll happen.
Bottom lane. Do have them jumping Kasane. This time though, they have everybody around. Rabel tier, as well as Pantomime and BB. That will lead into a tier 1 tower falling. And they don't have to commit the Rupture for that, so it's still available.
Yeah, you see that red item on Rabel? That nice little Bloodstone is completed. They don't have a vessel or anything against it on the other side, so... And also the CK needs to buy BKB, which is kinda sad. Like he's... Yeah. It's not that sad, like it's a standard build on him, but... Sometimes you'd like something a bit more active. He's joined 0 fights so far, he's literally just been farming. And for the best, like this is a game in which CK, if he joins this early on, he just dies.
Right now he just has to stick with doing his best cosplay of Anti-Mage. 1J, dude, this guy. How many engagements are you gonna break, my friend? Another smoke broken by the support Weaver. Although he still wants him. Double damage erase, goes forward. And they are able to find the kill onto 1J. The Dream Coil does go out. This time it does snap onto BB. Not gonna be killed off just yet, but we'll eat the bulk of the damage from the kisses. That will enable a double kill for Erase. Erase actually goes in, joins towards where the rest of the fight is. And this could be dangerous because CK has finally come in for his first fight of the game. There's an egg on the cliff to try and break this engagement. They could kill it off, and they do. Finally, they find a way to deal with the Pantomime Phoenix with a nice kill there. And Yellow Submarine, it took 20 minutes, but they finally find themselves winning a fight.
He went on the cliff, and I commend that. You know, like, it was a nice attempt. You go on a cliff, you put that tag down. But the problem is, your team was already falling back. Like, the BKB was used defensively on Violent, so it wasn't really that great of a fight for you in the first place. And then you're planting that tag, even though it was in a good position, it's aggressive against the snap. It's not defensive. So, your egg is gonna die. It's not even a level 2 egg, it's still level 1. A lot of gold, by the way. A nice swing for Yes.
A lot of gold gained. Also stems a lot of the bleeding that they were experiencing. So, Yellow Submarine will still definitely feel like they have a shot in this game. And from that fight, look where CK is now in net worth. He's third. Well, he just got overtaken as third, but mostly because of the Tormentor going the way of the Centaur. But Satanic is not going to remain a passenger in this game forever. At some point, he's going to show up and deal a lot of damage to these heroes.
I mean, it's not great to be fourth on net worth as a carry, but, you know, it is what it is when your team is, you know, not really doing that well on the map. This is pretty solid, and you're also Chaos Knight. You don't really farm that great. Even though Armlet is really nice, you just heal up. You can keep it up constantly. You heal up from the Chaos Strike, so...
Oh, dude, I knew this was going to happen. Weaver going for the Yule Scepter. I mean, we spoke about it a little bit, but I saw this in another game where support Weaver went to Yules versus Ember. Speaking of the puck, that's going to be the target of the Yules eventually. He jumps top onto Violence, forces out a BKB charge and a Rupture, but is able to TP out just fine. I'm not so sure Rue will be as lucky though, as Shadow Realm can only defend you for so long. Eventually the Glimmer Cape ends, and so does your life. Violent picking up another kill in the top lane.
Yeah, there was Bedlam on, I believe, on that puck, right? So just BKB to stay alive. It looked like it was a little bit too early or unnecessary, but It's okay. He BKBs. He stays alive. They do need the BKB on Satanic as well. Weaver, mid lane.
Oof, that was so close. Gets caught though. Dream Coil will not be able to prevent the time lapse from happening, and he dodges out a lot of the damage from the Snapfire ultimate using... Wait, it wasn't his Yules. Whose Yules was that? That held him in position?
From
Was Puck's? That actually is going to keep the Weaver alive. Kind of surprising. The 2 globs would have actually killed him, I think.
I'm not sure if he'd survive or not. I feel like Yules wasn't that terrible, but yeah, in any case, he survives. They use Stampede to rescue him, and because of that, he now has an Orchid completed as well. So that Yules that you just used very aggressively on, or at least you, well, it was defensive, but you tried to use it aggressively. From now on, you're gonna have to use it on yourself because you're gonna get Orchided.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to actually get that Orchid into play here, smoked up as a crew. Unfortunately though, Yellow Submarine nowhere near the bottom half of the map, as they've gone on an adventure of their own. This will open up an opportunity for Liga to go into the Roshan pit. It's too difficult for Yellow Submarine to come back, especially considering you'd have to come through a twin gate onto Phoenix. So you just gotta give up this Aegis.
Yeah, just a nice read and nice move by L1. Because even if the fight breaks out here, I feel they have an advantage. There's a lot of room to play, not a lot of room for Pango to be very effective with the bounces. Just being able to plant that tag anywhere is also, of course, very nice.
So our boy Satanic has BKB, Omelette Orchid, still en route towards the Manta style. I think this is one of those classic one more item syndrome games, man. Our boy is sick. He's gonna have to farm for a long, long time.
I think he's ready to fight already, but
Dude, Rue is actually a god. Baits out a supernova, breaks the smoke gank that was coming in towards his CK, pays for it with his life, but hell yeah, hashtag worth, my friend. Good support play.
Absolutely. Absolutely worth it. Like now you can blow someone up going in. There's no egg. Like, you still have to worry about the Phoenix, but not as much, so you can take these next team fights much nicer. When the Dark Willow is up, what's the cooldown? 85 more seconds. Dark Willow is about to be resurrected. If you want to, you can choose to fight, but you will be fighting into an Aegis.
Yeah. They also just finished a Blink Dagger for their Pangolier, so they do have that additional source of initiation, not just consigned to erase his puck. And still, at this stage of the game, despite the gold lead in favor of L1, despite how well they've been playing these fights, still a lot of map control in favor of Yellow Submarine. Places for this Chaos Knight to farm, but also it means their high ground is still going to be protected for quite some time.
1J gets wrecked.
They're actually coming in to maybe try and force a fight here. Dreamcoil on the 2, it's the Bloodseeker and the Leshrat. There is an Aegis. BKB though popped on Violent, he's not the one that has the Aegis. And with the Snapfire ult raining down, there's a lot of damage happening.
Ooh.
The first life is already gone. We see Satanic revealing his power, showing why he's named himself the king. As they go onto the Slash, blow him up. No more Rainbow Pony in this fight. Kasane with the Rolling Thunder also rolls right through him to get on the high ground, finding BB. Do they have the damage to kill him? No, they don't. But nonetheless, they have the damage to win the fight.
I think I talked to someone, and I've seen this matchup before as well. Like Clash, he sounds good on paper, like AoE versus CK, but in theory, yeah, he sounds good, but realistically, this is what happens. You just get blown the hell up. You need armor. I feel like you just need armor, and he's queuing up Shivas straight up. That's what he needs on Lash. Also, this fight was a really nice read on Yes. Why? Because the two supports were eliminated out of the fight. Phoenix didn't have egg. Weaver was dead. So factually, like, you can just go in 5 versus 3, and you know that they can't really fight that fight even with an Aegis. Very nicely done by Yes.
The Yes movement is strong today. I hope they're fans of Daniel Bryan, doing the right things. I also wonder about this game, right, that as things start to go longer and longer, like, what's the long-term plan for dealing with the CK? Because right now, of course, I do really like their strong timing, being able to force these fights on the side of L1. But let's say once he gets like Heart, Bloodthorn on CK, what's the plan at that point?
How's the heart sorry, not heart. How's the agonyms on Bloodseeker sound? How does that sound like for you?
That sounds fine. It's okay.
Some ags on Bloodseeker, then you have this Sunray percentage-based damage from Phoenix. You know, you have an AoE stun from the Lash, from Phoenix, from Centaur. I think it's still playable. Like, I think it's playable. I think that CK is probably one of the best carries at the moment, but I think it's playable against him. They got what they needed from their boys. You know, like they got what they need to play against the CK.
The Blood Mist as well, once he does actually have it available.
Yeah,
not just more damage, but big
do you see the Weavers draft? Sorry, the build.
Hex, baby!
I mean, all he had up to a few minutes ago was Null Talisman and Orchid. Now he has Double Bracer. He's sick of dying, basically.
I mean, he did count by Power Treads as the support Weaver, right? So you have to find your strength somewhere. Both teams trying to fight right now in the bottom lane. This courier is going to give away some information. They know in which direction L1 is situated. The question is, how do they force the fight? 2 blinks misused by either side. Both offlaners don't have their key mobility items, but they still have their spells. 1J getting forward. There's going to be a Dream Coil onto 2. The puck jump is going to be there, followed up by the Snapfire ultimate with the Blood Right, but nobody's dying just yet. But here comes the king. Satanic shows up and chomps through the Centaur. This Phoenix too far away for a good position on the egg, but too dead to use it anyway. They're forced to buy back on the Centaur because they need to try and defend this Leshrac. He's fighting 1v1 versus the CK, and he will end up losing that fight. But Violence is trying to clean up house on the backline now, hoping against all hope that he can kill off these supports and turn his attention back onto the CK. The CK, though, in the meantime, is being routed from the fight by the Centaur. He's forced to TP himself away. Doesn't die, but almost does. The rest of the team, though, on Yellow Submarine, most of them can escape. Rue not so lucky. Nonetheless, it ends up being a fairly even fight, but Yellow Submarine force a buyback and managed to kill off the Leshrac yet again.
No, that was, again, a good fight for them. Nice little tip as well on the Dark Willow, because she's the main reason why CK survives. He gets glimmered and TPs away. I love that they played this basically until the bitter end on the Chaos Knight and Dark Willow. The stun on the Centaur, if it connects and the Centaur doesn't use the BKB fast enough, I think there's a chance even to kill him. This initiation from Puck was solid. Like, he jumps the backlines. The Sunray as well was solid, keeping them up and alive a little bit more. CK, however, just a little bit too strong. Blowing up one target, then another. Lash and Centaur being killed. Like, that was even without the illusions, by the way, on Lash. It was just like, yeah, I have Manta and that's it. No Phantasm.
Must say, good heads-up play from Violence as well to try and get the edges of the fight first before coming back.
Yeah, I would say that maybe the fights weren't super clean. This last fight wasn't super clean, but very nicely done by both sides in some aspects. Yellow Submarine playing a bit better, of course.
That's also the fight that tips the gold graph back to parity, basically. Pretty much nothing in it between these two sides. And considering that at some point we were staring down a 9/10k deficit, Yellow Submarine, this comeback must feel very, very good for them. And we're getting to the point where Erase is not that far away from having the Aghanim Scepter. You know, normally it's a meme with this Puck, but when you have Parasma as well, this Puck is going to do a lot of damage in these fights.
Yeah, it wasn't a meme in the last patch, right? Like in the last... until he got super nerfed, but I think in this game as well, it does come in handy to have another hero with some extra damage. Not only the CK, the one that's right looking, and you have the Puck, especially because Pango went full utility, right? Like, he's got Greaves, after Greaves he's got Pipe, Blink, now he's buying Lincolns. Like, this man is basically one of those ambulance wagons, you know, just rolling around, healing everyone.
You know, every now and then when I'm like, man, I miss the meta of these utility support offlaners in every game, Then I remember TI was at 11 with Wraith Pact, and I'm like, you know what, I don't miss it anymore, it's fine.
Wraith Pact was something else. Pipe and Greaves for me, they're just, you know, it's like this standard Dota. You want to kill me, I have some heals, you better make sure that I use all my heals. And then you go on me, or it's same like with a stick or a wand. It's like this natural state of Dota. Like, are you checking all the items? Wraith Pact was like, there's this ward on the ground, and I guess I can't kill you. No way.
You know, of all the bad items we've had over the years on Dota, I really think Wraith Pact might actually be the worst in terms of what it did to the game, especially. Man, Wraith Pact sucked.
Well,
what an item.
Some teams enjoyed it.
Yeah, because they got to win millions of dollars playing with it.
Exactly.
Right now, both of these teams still in contention to find themselves gaining their first millions from Dota 2, Wraith Pact notwithstanding. And the next flashpoint I imagine in this game is going to be the Roshan, which will be happening on the Dire side. It might be the first opportunity for Yellow Subber to actually get a decisive advantage in this game.
So, what's your final verdict on the Aghanims of Bloodseeker? He's got the Blood Mist.
I think in this game, the main thing about it, honestly, for me, is not just the damage, but the protection. Just him staying alive longer in the fight, I think it's sort of like a slog in a way. Just you deal damage by not dying. So in a game like this, where they have that burst from CK, where at some point your BKB finishes and you have to worry about like Rolling Thunder, the globs from Morty, I think that's actually pretty good for this. And like you mentioned earlier, in tandem with the Phoenix behind him, as long as the Phoenix can Sunray him directly, he should never actually die in a fight.
No, I agree. I would even go further and say that this item might be a core Bloodseeker pick. Oh, the initiation on an illusion.
Okay, on an illusion. Alright, and now that might give Yellow Submarine the confidence to fake back for this one. They're thinking about it. They're having that discussion right now. But it looks like the discussion will conclude with a negative. They're like, you know what, boys? No need to force this fight right now.
Yeah, no need to force it, because Roche will respawn and it will respawn top. And now, if you're Yellow Submarine, you're kind of in a bad position. You have to start TPing on tier 2's top lane.
Yeah.
I really think they need to, or you're giving up Roche, basically.
They got outplayed again. This was like their first Roche, where they went on a smoke adventure, couldn't really find the angle, and then got caught out with the Roche. Fortunately for them, this Roche is not the fastest one in the world. So if they go like now, they actually have an opportunity to respond in time.
Well, they TP'd for Puck, however, Erase, I really don't know what he's doing.
I think maybe he's going to try TP onto Outpost. No, he's coming now, But he should have come a lot sooner, bro. I don't know about this.
This wave, basically, like, they all TP'd on time. It was only the Puck that was waited for, and because of that wait, they lose a possible Roche fight.
And they're gonna commit the Dream Coil onto Weaver. 1J does not mind dying for that one. It's like, okay, boys, it's fine.
Yeah. Like, definitely not worth it. Definitely, like, strategical mistake. Going for one extra wave that doesn't really do anything on the mid lane, when your whole team has prepared to smoke up and go into the pit. Unfortunate, but now you have to play into Aegis, into Cheese on Lash. Aegis on Bloodseeker.
Oof. Aegis on Bloodseeker with a Vindicator's Axe and BKB and the Mjolnir Static Charge. Notwithstanding the Blood Mist and Phoenix being able to protect him. Good luck! Good luck, boys.
There's a Blood Torn on Chaos Knight, so all of these things said, like, yeah, they're strong. At the same time, if you manage to jump someone and stun them before the BKB, you're killing them. It's like they have no real save. You know, there's some Stampede, but there's nothing like an Aghanims or a Weaver or something similar, so...
I'm gonna go in for the Rupture onto Satanic Middle. They even popped the Stampede to try to get close to him for this. He's gonna try and man up with the BKB, but it's not gonna be good enough. Will just straight up end up dead. Violent. His BKB is over, but he can still make tracks towards Rue. Not even necessary, as he ends up dead to the burn damage of the Phoenix with the Centaur's help. What a way to get that kill. He stood by with the BKB, didn't want to pop it for the TP out, and ends up paying the price for it.
Yeah, they don't have a Basher, right, or anything like that. They don't.
No, they don't.
So sometimes you see it on a Bloodseeker, and because of that you cannot but in this game, yeah. Now they have to
They're
fight
gonna go
without him.
Dream Coil with the Rolling Thunder. They go into the Bloodseeker, taking away the first life. The Aghanim Scepter of the Puck, showing its value in that situation. Nonetheless, they still have the numerical disadvantage. League One, L1 wanna still push. Will they leave here? What would you do here? Do they leave? Do they keep pushing?
You don't have an Aegis and you don't have a BKB and you don't have an egg. I think this is maybe a tier 3 and you leave. I'm not sure if you can go for more. 15 seconds, that's it. Like tier 3 and you're gone. Like you just lose this fight. If you stay there, you lose it 100%. You cannot take it. So, good call to move away.
Painful to lose a tier 3 tower and your Chaos Knight, but at the very least, did not lose the game. Not just yet anyway.
Yeah, and keep in mind that they did manage to take down Aegis, which is also really good for them. Like you take down an Aegis versus a team that is basically playing 5 versus 3. So like you're super happy. Plus you defend the high ground.
Must bode well for them that they were like, guys, we could kill Bloodseeker even without CK. If CK is here, it'll become a lot easier of an endeavor. Yellow Suba. What does Dota Plus say right now? Dota Plus is still hanging around 16-15% for the win probability in favor of Yellow Suba, but it was lower. So the fact that they even got here does represent meaningful progress.
Damn. Based.
And the graph seems to be trending slightly in their direction. But I suppose that'll come up with the next couple of fights here.
I have to say, like, just looking at these two teams matching up right now, I feel that the outdraft is clearly on L1's side, but the execution, even with the last Roche fight not happening, that is, even with that, I feel like the execution is a little bit on Yes's side, because the game was so easy to just crumble underneath their legs, and like it was very easy for L1 to just crush them. Up to this point, be two sides up. But Yellow Submarine played it carefully. They were getting these small little pickoffs and just playing on CK and Puck on the side lanes. Violent. He's got the BKB and a blink.
I don't think he dies here.
He's got a blink. He's got a blink now.
He blinked forward, but he doesn't die. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
How did he read this? How the hell did he read that they're going on him? I guess no one is on the map, so...
His spidey sensors were tingling. You think his name is Violent because he's not used to being ganked? He knows what's up, man. He could feel it. But now they're being scouted. Erase is in a perfect position. Does get dusted up. He's gonna find the Dream Coil on the 2. This is a perfect time to go. There's no BKB on the left track, so he's absolutely gonna get eviscerated. 2 kills, erase the positioning, man. What a player. And he has... Wow, what a player. Yeah. I was just going to say he has come and recovered from his bad lane. It's okay now.
100%. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why I don't think this is 15 or 16%. They do have 2 buybacks. They're going in behind.
They're going to try and make this wraparound. They find Ascador, though, first and foremost. Violent able to pick him off, but that did cost a Rupture Charge out of Violent. And now the silence did go on onto Kosane, while the CK is eviscerating Weaver on the south. Look at Violence. He jukes and jives his way away. By some miracle, this Bloodseeker will be able to survive. Yeah. But that's nicely, 3 heroes lost.
Nicely done by him, but his tier 3 is falling to the Carties. Like, it's literally just the creeps doing all the work. Who needs heroes in this game? These creeps are like, yeah, we're the true heroes. And they truly are. I want to use this minute to say thank you to all the creeps that have lost their lives in this battle of the ancients.
Oh, you've got a memorial wall in your house for every creep that's died in the game.
Is there some stat on how many creeps died from in all the Dota games? There has to be, right?
I mean, I guess the information is there.
At least,
yeah, in pubs. So it wouldn't be that difficult to calculate. Bottom is at least their only refuge because there's a tier 2 tower up there. They're not going to get pushed in on that direction, but they got the Rax top. But look at Violent. He's going forward. He's looking for the Snapfire. Should be able to get him. The question is, can he get out? His BKB is about to finish. He's doing a lot of damage onto the CK, but not enough. Satanic levels up, becomes the king, and turns the fight Now the rest of the team, will they be able to escape here? Supernova on the high ground, zoning Kasane away. He doesn't have his ultimate anymore. He's been dusted up, so the Glimmer Cape not necessarily going to protect him. Hugo helping out with the Brambles. Does still have the Guardian Greaves. Has some assistance coming back. The Bedlam is put on top of him, so there's too much damage for them to approach him. That's going to force them back. Leshrak still really thinking about going forward, but will think better of it.
In any other patch, maybe you can do that versus CK. You know, you just go in and you man fight him. I loved that play from Violent. It was fitting to his nickname. Just pop the BKB, run in and hit people. But versus the CK, you can't. Like this KO strike, he just heals so much. Like as a Bloodseeker, you want to bring him down low, but he's just healing. He's healing more than the Bloodseeker, just from all the hits. Level 25 is on the Bloodseeker, so 2 Ruptures now can use it maybe on the Pango and someone else. And on the other side, do we have any 25s? Only on the Puck. He's got that Pierce's debuff immunity, Dream Coil, which is always useful.
Yep. That in tandem with the Aghanim Scepter is always super, super nice. Also, Bloodseeker's gonna struggle. He does have the secondary Rupture, but Kasane has Lincolns already. So using it on him, not going to be the easiest thing in the world.
just use it twice, lol. But there's another big item, by the way, purchased right now by Rabel. He's got the Hex. That's completed. Okay. And one extra thing, like this Yules on Phoenix in this game, I feel like should have maybe been a Lotus. Yules is a bit too much for your own gameplay. Like you can only use it on yourself or if you get a Wind Waker later on. Meanwhile, Lotus can be used on one of your teammates. Let's be real, if you get silenced in this game, you're not popping Yules, you're dying. Like you're dead, bro.
There ain't no coming back from now on. I mean, it happened to him in that bottom fight, right? He did pop the Yules, survived, and then the moment he came down, got blown up.
Yep. And in these other fights, it's usually just the CK blowing him up anyway. Man, this Puck now has a refresher as well on top of everything else. He has had it, I should say. Like a refresher, Aghanims, Parasma, Boots of Travel. It's kind of big, kind of rich.
I think he's walking around with an Ancient Guardian, bro. That's so much damage. Oh my gosh. Puck, relax, bro.
Look at Bloodseeker and look at that. They know now, but nice little blink by Violent. He's being so careful.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that run-in that he made onto the Radiant Triangle, that was his first jet this game. He's been playing on the edge the entire time. Only time he got caught out.
The plane, they're tipping. This time around, they don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to the Rosh pit.
Rosh is up in 35 seconds. At the same time, though, both teams are smoked up. They are aware of the stakes of this particular Rosh run. They're going to get wrapped around a little bit here on L1. If they can get a good Dream Coil from the Puck, this could be huge.
Yeah, but at the same time, on the other side, double Hex will be revealed. One on Weaver, one on Lash. So this Puck actually has to be way more careful now. That's why they put Lincolns on him.
Okay, Puck just jumps up, just trying to get some vision for the squad. Able to get back. Very, very scary times. Both teams are now aware that they both know where the other are. It's all about the approach now.
Phoenix, unfortunately, he takes the Rosh out, but it doesn't really matter that much. This could be a really good position for L1 to finally make a standoff with a nice seg, you know, nice positioning.
At the same time, though, their top lane is being pushed in. Bottom, there's a massive wave of creeps heading to their side of the map. They cannot stay here indefinitely. They have greater concerns than just winning this one fight. Puck just looking to get a D-ward, not going to succeed. And it looks like L1 is going to... okay, I thought they were going to force them to take the fight, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case.
Morty's Kisses, maybe? They need some vision in the pit. I'm surprised L1 is... This whole time, they could have been hitting Rosh. Yeah. I'm surprised they aren't, because they can't wait. Like you said, these creeps are getting to your base. I mean, it's not that difficult, but still.
What are they going to do now? Illusion from the CK. Doing some scouting duty on the end. And now there go the Morty's Kisses, like you mentioned, for that vision. That does mean that they're not going to be available for the upcoming fight. Yellow Submarine being disciplined. They're still holding their position. And look at the base. Tier 4 towers are now under siege. Hex has gone out onto the Puck. Puck, is he going to end up dead here? No, still alive. Yule Scepter into the air. Puck will live. Throws down the Dream Coil on the floor. And they kill off 1J. Eventually, the Puck will die, bursted away by the Phoenix, but he does have buyback. In the meantime, Satanic going in with the ultimate, with the illusions, just beating down all the foes, looking towards taking out the Leshrac. Will be safe for now by the Centaur, but sadly, here comes back the Puck, giving the necessary control, creating the space, and they kill off the Centaur. Buyback was required from the Bloodseeker as well, just to help out in this fight. He's returned now.
He's back.
Looking for somebody to rupture, gets it out onto this young Dark Willow, and then chases down the Pangolier. Violent, living up to his name, searching for the Puck, finding the dieback. Eraser's dead, a gem is dropped on the floor, and there's 2 minutes in the grave, no Puck. The rest of the heroes do buy back though. Yellow Submarine will not let this numerical advantage sway against them, but they're in the base, they're dealing with creeps, so all of a sudden, Bloodseeker, Violent is gonna go for the Aegis.
How many buybacks? 1, 2, 3, 4 on Dire, 2 on Radiant, 3 on Radiant, right? No, 2 on Radiant. No, 3 on Radiant. 3 on Radiant, 4 on the other side. Yeah, like just still a pretty big win for L1, considering they got the Aegis, they got the cheese. Even though the buybacks were committed, you had to commit them in any case. Puck committed his, you commit yours, you die back the Puck. Damn, this fight went much better for them because of the buybacks than I expected. I feel that yes, the Yellow Submarine, maybe they, how to put it, maybe they put their game into autoplay after they bought back the Puck and had that advantage there. Because they just allow themselves to not really use all their skills and items afterwards. Like the Puck save was amazing. He didn't die instantly to the double hex. He gets like cookie, then he gets Lotus Orb. He's able to use one Dream Coil to phase shift and then buyback use another. But yeah, that's hex and everything a little bit too spooky for him. Dies again.
Man, Violent, what a guy. Came in, okay. Nice little pick off of the Phoenix in the top side of the map. Big creep wave that they have to worry about, but Satanic needs to come home. Needs to mount this defense. They do have a glyph if they want to pop it, but backdoor protection will stave off that possibility for now. CK is here. He's got Lincoln Sphere on top of him. They're throwing in some Morty's Kisses, and there's the stun. CK is going in, looking for the Leshrac. Will he be able to find him? No. The salvation will be there from the center. We're just buying space and time, and now they go back in with the Stampede. Violent. Him and the crew throw in the damage, and they kill off the CK, forcing Satanic to buy back. Leshrac, though, isolated inside of the base from the rest of his team. They force the buyback, but it will cost the life of this Leshrac, and they do not manage to get the lane of Brax down bottom. But overall, they still feel pretty good about forcing the CK into such a precarious position.
Yeah, I think you're happy with it, but this game is very simple now. It's who has the better team. Next team fight, he probably 99% wins the game, and we're back to the quote-unquote 15% from Dota Plus. I honestly, I really think this game was much closer from the get-go. It's not 15, it's like 50%. It all depends on who initiates first, who gets a better catch. These double hexes are definitely changing the state of the game. And also one more thing, this Slash isn't as free of a kill as he used to be. So you have to take that into consideration. When you jump him, if he manages to use Shiva's Bloodstone before, you're probably not killing him with the CK anymore.
Rabel standing his ground, and they're searching. There's a Sentry Ward on the ground. They find 1J. Well, he does not have a Shivas, so they squish the bug in the jungle.
No Shivas in this smoke now is just ruined. Actually, never mind. That was double ninja gears. But yeah, they get him. A quick pick off on the bug. He's buying the Rapier next on CK. He's also got the 25 talent plus 10 seconds of Phantasm duration. And I do think that this Rapier will come in handy for some
he changed his mind. He's buying Nully. He's gonna go Nully.
Ah, never mind. And Nully is also really good. I think he maybe I brain farted. Maybe he had Nully from the get-go. I think Nully is better anyway.
I think Nully is, especially for the Leshrac, Nullifier is incredible here.
I think he had it. I think it was Nully that he queued up. I was just being dumb.
Maybe he just wanted Rapier, bro. You're allowed to say you want exciting things.
It's exciting to win as well from time to time.
We might have one more fight erase. He's just gonna go headlong onto this Leshrac. Here comes the rest of the squad. Kasane rolling with the Rolling Thunder. He's gonna get himself ruptured for his troubles. Though he ate the double like you said, but here comes the CK revealing the nullifier and blowing up the Leshrac. Bloodseeker not gonna fare much better as he will lose his first life. Yellow Suba absolutely satisfied with this turn of events. They get the Aegis, they force a buyback out of Leshrac. And all of a sudden, I think this game cannot be anything closer than 50-50, man. Anything can happen in the next few minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. What's the buyback situation? Only Weaver and Phoenix that have it. When it comes to cores, Puck 2 minutes, CK 5 minutes, Lash just bought back, so 7 minutes. So when it comes to this next Roche fight, pretty much all of these guys that are on 2 minutes are gonna have it, and maybe even some of these that are on 7 minutes, depending on how early or late Roche respawns.
We are, I think, very close to getting our first set of tier 5 neutrals for these Eastern European qualifiers. So is there anything that you can see that will break the game wide open for either lineup if they get it for the tier 5?
Tier 5s? I feel like you're just aiming for the... what's it called? The giant string, basically. Is there anything crazier than that? I mean, if you're Puck getting that mirror shield or something that prevents you from dying in hexes would be nice. If you're CK, you just want the... If you're anyone else, you just want the giant ring. Just get it.
Well, maybe Dark Willow. Dark Willow has Hex Glimmer, so maybe you get Book of Shadows on the Dark Willow. And then you just spend your time never dying.
Or, yeah, you can also use Don Puck, save him. If he gets hexed, right? Well, you have these things, but the game gets just crazy at that point. So we'll see if we get there. It's always kind of nice to watch, but it's very stressful to get there.
Honestly, I used to love late game Dota much more before those 2 tier 5 neutrals came out. Weaver dead again. Looks like the boys of Yellow Submarine walking around with a can of Doom, just spraying the bug whenever they see him. Another easy kill.
Buying these 3 bracers must feel so dumb right now. Like if you're Weaver, like he was like, oh, I'm so smart. I have 3 bracers and a null talisman early on. I have so many stats, and then it just doesn't matter. You know, it's like you having even a BKB or a Yules or whatever Wind Waker at this point, just having something, some other force staff, you know, some different sort of a Lotus Orb. At least you'd be able to use Sukuchi against CK, maybe, but CK right now just kills you off. That's the way the hero works.
And to make matters worse, he is getting that Phantasm Aghanim Scepter next. So you get the additional illusions on the Chaos Knight. Those illusions are also party to the new innates, so they get more illusions, and all of them are going to be strong illusions. So you could potentially have like what, 10, 11 CKs in a fight, just all beating on you at the same time. Yeah,
but keep in mind, it's not only about the illusions, I would say, it's about the save. Like you can use it on Puck as well. Like they go on Puck, you pop the ulti, you save him. It's a strong dispel. So no, that's actually is it basic or strong with Aghanims? Whatever. In any case, Puck is gonna live. Puck will not be killed if you get that. Plus, that same Puck has Aeon Disc. Good luck dealing with him.
Yep. They smoke up right now on the side of Yellow Suba. I'm sure they were hoping that the big man would be back. 10 seconds until his minimum spawn. In the meantime, L1, they're not that far away from the pit. And how long is the Roshan going to be? Is it long or short? Long or short? Long or short? Short. Yo, 40 seconds. Oof, wow. They actually found the puck, bro. 1J. You know, who found who, mate? Who found who?
Yeah, pretty much. Weaver is, you know, he's doing Weaver things. This is the way you play Weaver. The problem is sometimes that I have, like, you have these players, like you're playing Nyx, you're playing Bounty, you're playing Weaver. At some point, running around the map like this, if you don't have a buyback, can be game losing. And I think this is one of those situations. Roche is up in 10 seconds. As long as they stick around, which they aren't doing it. Actually, CK is coming back up. This is very unfortunate for Weaver, but sometimes you just have to stick together.
Roshan is going to be giving away a lot of goodies. We'll see if they just, since there's already Aghanim Scepter on Tango, maybe they decide to give this Ajax to CK and he buys something else. But we shall see. I mean, it's not like they really want Gobble Up? I can't think so. I don't think they care about Dark Rune.
Yeah, I think you give it to CK, definitely. If he's buying it, yeah, they give it to him, of course. Like if he's queuing it up, they're going in.
But here's the fight. They're going without the Weaver. They're going with the Shiva's God, BKB from the Leshrac, and now Violent is going 1v1 against the CK, and he's winning this fight, listen. They take away the first life. The egg is inside the Roshan pit, but just before it pops, the game is paused because someone has a problem with their key bindings. Oh no.
I mean, this is like a yikes pause.
Oh no, bro.
If I've ever seen a more yikes pause, I've seen some, but this is a very yikesy pause.
Yeah. Even Puppy wouldn't do this one, dude.
I mean, this is basically you caught them off guard. You're fighting the Rosh Pit fight after the Aegis. Like you know exactly because you discussed who you're gonna go on and everything, and now you're just buying time to discuss, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. CK has BKB, Puck has Refresher, he's got everything. They're gonna fight this, and most importantly, there's no second egg, so you can maybe go about secret.
Egg pops before the CK is back. They do find Erase, but not before it gets deeper into the fight. Now Violent is yet again trying to pick off the backline, going for Lu, does succeed in killing him off, and now they're looking towards the Puck as well as the Pango. Look at the Violent damage. They've killing all these heroes off. Between him and Rabel, they also managed to take down the CK. Inside the Roshan pit is the Snapfire, but very quickly they send him right back to the fountain. And Violent, man, this Bloodseeker is just too damn strong right now. And even though Yellow Submarine, it looked like they had the positioning, Erase was in the perfect place, but Violence dealt 14,000 damage in that fight. Just way too much for Yellow Submarine.
Oh, holy hell, man. Any Aghanim's doubters in the chat now? Like, this is not only the Ags, of course, the Mjolnir, and just hitting everyone a refresher on top of everything else on Violent. So he has that double BKB to work with. Yeah, you have 2 lives, but I have 2 refreshers. Who cares? I mean, 1 refresher and 2 of everything. On top of that, what did he buy? He's got a nullifier of his own. So the boots will be relegated to the backpack, nullifier blink in the inventory. They do have all the buybacks besides the snap.
They definitely do not want to use them. Rabel going bottom, getting the damage out onto these buildings. They took the range racks already. They're thinking about the melee. Look how far forward though Violent has gotten. He doesn't have an Aegis, remember, so this is a scary place for him to be. Terrorizer is going to be on top of him, and he gets busted down by Satanic. They need to get the hell out of here. 1J finds himself caught inside some brambles. He time-lapsed only into his death, and that is going to be 2 heroes down. And remember, he does not have buyback right now on this Bloodseeker. Short 470 gold to come back in the fray.
Yeah, because he just bought nullifier. Boys, go for hunt some bounties, because this, I've seen many throws in my life, but this is this stops most of them. What the hell are you doing, friend? Where are you going? That's not your base.
And they found Pantomim. Pantomim, where you at, mate? What's going on, my G? Satanic gets another kill. What is happening in this game, Liz? I actually have no idea what's going on here.
What the hell are you doing? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, he sometimes, you know, you're winning, you're having a really good time, and then you're like, let's go, let's blink, let's fucking go, baby. Oh no, what did I do?
Oh no. Oh no, wait. Well, you know, sometimes you choose violence when you should have chosen peace. And in that situation, he finds out that
he's living up to his name, man. He's living up to his name. Oh, well, he will be up in 30 seconds, so maybe these are megas, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that the game is over. 30 seconds. Like, they have a glyph as well on Radiant, so the game is definitely not over unless they die now on someone.
20 long seconds before this Bloodseeker comes back. And, you know, the Sea Dragons are beating on the tier 3 tower. But I think they've gotten enough. Buyback out of the Phoenix. We took another lane of racks. We are now not just in a winning gold position, but we probably have more experience. Somehow we do not have the win probability, but who cares? We have the relaxed advantage.
Okay, so like they got punished unproportionally to the badness of that play, you know, like he got unproportionally punished. It wasn't that bad. You lost one side, it's okay. You can wait it out. They don't have buybacks, you don't have buybacks. You're gonna have tier 5s, they're gonna have tier 5s. It's like the game is, you know, it evened out. Because these team fights, as long as you're not jumping the fountains, are 50-50. It all depends on who jumps who first, and it looks like they'll be the ones that have found all of their... Well, they haven't actually. They're just smoking up. They found only one tier 5. They want to fight before. It is a pretty good tier 5 though. The magic lamp. It's a nice one on Lash. I mean, I feel like it's not as good as on some other heroes, but it's still very good in this game.
Well, for the other side though, Yellow Submarine, they picked up 3 mirror shields on Pock, Dark Willow, and the Pango. And surprisingly enough, the CK opted to go for the force boots. Got rid of his own boots quite a while ago. So he has this now as a force of mobility and some, you know, kiting around in the middle of these fights.
Yeah, just look at his... What's happening with binds? In any case, if you look at the CK, he's got like full inventory, so he can't really go for a blink any longer. Like what do you even sell if you want to go for a blink? You know, just to have that mobility. Sometimes you see players go arcane blink, that short cooldown, blinking around, hitting people, but force boots are good on him. I'd rather maybe have a giant's ring, but this is also solid. Mirror shields definitely necessary. Like we discussed this. You're playing into Bloodseeker with a rupture, but most importantly, like rupture at this point doesn't even matter. It matters, but not a lot. What matters is these hexes. So you want to get that against them. And on the other side, we do have a pirate hat on Bloodseeker as well.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. With that additional, with the innates, oh, not the innate, sorry, the facet that he chose, hitting these heroes back when they're ruptured. It's actually going to be kind of hilarious when somebody is ruptured and getting hit down by him. How quickly their life is going to go away.
He's getting closer and closer to level 30, by the way, as well. So he's going to have that other level 25 talent, 18%. Max thirst, movement speed. Gonna be a speedy boy.
Who else is close to 30? Pucker's 29 on a race. Looking for that Waning Rift talent once he gets to the top. And of course, Rebel is 29 as well, who still needs the Pulse Nova triggers Lightning Storm. Which, this is not a bad game for it whatsoever. Up against the CK and how many illusions he's going to be throwing out, that definitely does make a difference.
It might save him, by the way. Like, getting that versus CK, because Lightning hits all the illusions, and they get that attack speed slow. Just that attack speed slow alone might keep him alive. So, I do think it's nice. At this point, the Aghanims on Chaos Knight becomes very annoying. Like, look at all these illusions just everywhere on the map. You know there are illusions, but they're just giving vision. Puck illusion running around. Pangos as well.
I actually feel kind of bad for the CK though. He's at the one place every carry player really hates to be. Completely kitted out. Has a moonshot, Aghanim's shot, as well as the scepter. No boots. Literally can't even have anything in the back right now. Everything is gone. Mid lane, we're gonna have a Dream Coil going out with the Terrorize. Oh my god! The damage from this puck! This is ridiculous. And now they're going on to Rabel as well. Who does have BKB Shiva, turns around at the Bloodstone, has violence. He buys back, he wants to try and re-engage in this fight. They got the Rupture out now onto the Kasane. And Kasane, does he have a way out of this one? It does not seem like it'll be that easy, but he pops the Guardian Greaves. He's still alive for now. In the meantime, Satanic, he pops his own BKB, turning towards Leshrac, who's out of BKB at the moment. But the Rupture is there. Onto Satanic. He gets hexed before he can get home. He does not have buyback. 2 minutes in the grave. They try to help him escape with the 4 stars, but it just wasn't enough, Liz.
They have a wave.
Now
they have a wave.
Do they? Okay. And Erase is already doing his best. Cutting the wave right now. Elongating the game. He has to buy 100 seconds somehow. I'm not sure how he's going to do it.
Let's see. He's going to try. They don't have Morty's Kisses. It's very difficult. Pango isn't even there. He's just TP'd back.
Oh, God. There's going to be the Hex bouncing back. Oh no, look at Violent. Violent losing a lot of HP. He's in a whole world of trouble. Aeon Disc will end up keeping the puck alive. Violent, he wants to get forward. Kasane's stun is going to connect onto him. And Violent's actually going to die. Baby's also in a world of trouble as well. The Centaur loses his life to the Rolling Thunder Crash. Who else is on the list? It looks like it's going to be Rebel. Swashbuckle hits him headlong in the face. How on earth is he supposed to escape here? Has a Hex, but it gets bounced back off the Lotus. In the meantime, the rest of the lineup of L1 is getting bounced all the way back to the base. Ascador does die to 1J, but who cares? The big treat, the big prize is Rabel, who somehow is still alive though, doing the most, turning onto Erase. They're gonna kill the puck! 2 minutes in the grave for him without buyback. He could not deal with the double hexes, and somehow Rabel is still alive. Now, okay. 1J does finally die. Kasane kills him off and removes one of the hexes. Trying to chase down onto the Leshrac now. Can he actually find this kill? The Lotus Orb bounces back the hex, but the Bloodstone is back online. He's tuning out the damage, but he's also out of mana. He doesn't have much more to give here. He's taking damage from the Bedlam right on top of Kasane, and he will die. No Rabel, he is forced to buy back. Centaur pops a BKB, doesn't have a Sense MP. He gets bashed with the Abyssal Blade. No TP for you, sir. They're bringing back the Leshrac though. Rabel is fully topped up. He wants to try and help win this game, but 10 seconds away from a CK returning. They need to be careful. Kasane though is somehow still not dead. Sitting here, fighting it out. Elongating matters for his team. And now Rabel knows that he's all alone. He is forced to flee. Just to inform everybody, so you are aware of exactly what's going on. My Bosnian brother, the prettiest man in all of Dota. Actually, not the prettiest man on earth. Lizard is very sexy. But his dulcet tones will only be gracing us in a couple of minutes. There are some gremlins in the system. So for now, you are stuck with me like it's the old days. And speaking of old days, Violent clearly remembers his training as a young Dota player in terms of how to path. Gets easily through the Bramble Maze without any concern. Everything's A-okay for him. They did not really drop behind that much vision on the way out. They just planted like a somewhat standard ward over the rune spot, so don't think we'll see massive amount of early random aggression. In the previous game, L1 was greatly benefited by not actually having to play aggressively, just letting the opponents get slowly but surely forced away from the lane and safe farming areas. But I don't think they'll be able to do that this time around. I think they'll have to play with a little bit more tempo in the laning phase. But now here we go, game 2. Okay, one of them between Pantomime and 1J is going to have to go bottom, unless they want to have a tri-lane in the top side of the map. It's been a while since I've seen something like that, but I imagine one of them just wants to take the twin gate and come home. They're setting up for this early kill. This top lane, Morphling needs to be careful. Satanic, be careful. Satanic! Whew. Yeah, he knows something is up. He knows. Yeah, okay. Had he walked with the creep wave the first time around, he almost certainly would have died, but that is ultimately not what ends up happening to him, so he'll be okay. So, seeing how these lanes are gonna fashion out, let's see. Normally I'd ask the pretty boy where the action lanes are, and I imagine it's gonna be bottom side with the Dark Willow Centaur. A lot of potential for kills here. Top lane could have some kills as well, but mostly onto the Morphling. I don't think this Enchantress should be positioned such that her life is threatened. But they just have to gonna try and make Satanic's life a living hell. I mean, look at this. Oh, gosh. He knows what he's in for, though. So I doubt he'll put himself in a precarious position that easily. The one thing I'm also noticing about how these lanes are panning out relative to the first game. In the first game, most of the initial, like, first 2 levels of pressure were coming out from the side of L1. But Now, except for top. Top seems pretty difficult for them, but elsewhere they seem to be hanging pretty okay right now. The best part about this, though, for Yellow Submarine is going to be the mid lane. Last game, Rabel absolutely demolished Erase in the laning phase. At some point, having as many denies as Erase had CS, but that's certainly not going to happen here. Now you're playing Wind Ranger. You will find your farm, whether the enemy team likes it or not. Still though, if I look at the 4 positions on either lineup, one side has Weaver, one side has Dark Willow. So there are possible incursions that can happen into the mid lane to assist, but I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. Oh, yes I can. Yes I can. Can you hear me? Oh snap. Guess who it is, y'all? Sexiest man alive. He was sitting with the Aegis, but now he has respawned. What's up, fam? Well, all y'all at home, you won't be able to hear my boy just yet, but as you can hear, the respawn is finishing. Just a couple of seconds until the effect is complete, and we will have him in the game. All well, because this is Eastern Europe. The craziness and the madness starts to happen in the mid game, not that early, so we still have time. I'm also wondering if we're going to have any of the interesting lanes. Oh, bottom. This way I thought it was going to happen. Dark Willow Centaur, baby. Brambles into the hoof stomp, into double edge. Very, very easy kill to achieve. And every single time this CM is out of position, that can happen again. But now middle. We spoke about these supports making movements towards middle to assist, and L1ga is going to be the first one to make that happen. Power shot from Erase. Misses, but they still managed to find the kill. Oh man, had he died there because he missed a power shot, he would have felt so bad. But he doesn't, and they do stay living. Everything's fine. And they're actually TPing somebody bottom. They're bringing in L1ga, so they might want to try something again. They're going onto Pantomime. They know how squishy he is, but it's a trap. It's bait. They have set them up. L1ga now coming in to get the kill onto Kasane. Will they be able to reach for more? Ru inside the Shadow Realm, but we have Sakuchi in 3 seconds. One more hit with Sakuchi and a Geminate attack should lead to his death, but no, manages to pop the Fairy Fire just in time. The freeze will come out from Pantomime. Pantomime, though, will just die. Getting outplayed by Ru on the Dark Willow. That will enable him to escape with his life. So Yellow Submarine. It's the kind of things we need them to do. Painful that they paid with this for Kasane's life, but at the same time, them doing that move did mean that Morphling was able to free farm top alone up against the Axe. So it's all about trade-offs in the grand scheme of things. At the very least, Erase will get a bottle refill from his willing support Ru. They've also brought the other support. Enchantress is here. They may be looking for a wrap play onto Rabel. Somewhat unlikely that we'll be able to find that happening. They do ultimately have to give up the ghost. Maybe they'll just try to steal some creeps while they're in the area. Sadly for them, the Haste Rune also spawned in the bottom lane, so Rabel got that for free. Well, let's hope so. Middle lane. They're going out onto Erase. He eats a Laguna Blade, does get off the wind run, but it is unfortunately not going to be good enough. Still gets bursted down. Too much magic damage on the L1 side. At the same time, though, Axe finds himself getting taken out in the top lane. Ascador finally returns top with the Centaur Conqueror, and that leads them to a kill on the Axe. I've gotten the go-ahead. Ladies and gentlemen at home, The real news has happened. The real best part of the day. Lizard is back, baby. What's up, man?
I'm not the best part. You're the best part, or at least you're the working part. I'm the part that didn't work. I don't know what the hell, dude. Like I went outside and just stood in the sun. You know that meme with what mafioso is it? Like the one of the narco cartels just standing next to his pool. That was me.
Oh, Pablo.
Yeah, Escobar. That was me after that last game. Anyway, Centaur down bottom lane.
He's
You see
dead.
that Kassan? He's very alive.
I'm actually not sure why they didn't dive him.
The first thing I come back is alive from you. I come back and you lie to me immediately. How can you? How can you, man? What's happening, by the way? What's going on in this game? Like, I didn't even see the draft. Centaur does die in the end, so does Weaver.
What's happening is Yellow Submarine have turned up the pressure. They're actually leveraging the strength of this bottom lane and playing as aggressively as possible. It's forcing L1 to have to constantly make moves bottom. So that in turn is meaning that this Morphling is having a very free time in the top lane, farming very happily, and there's not that many heroes to go harass, erase middle. So it means that the early laning phase is an improvement over what we saw last game.
Okay. Like, they have some really nice things as well for L1. Like, you have this... what's you oofing about?
Pantomime, he's just super dead.
Yeah,
Nothing he can do about that one.
He's not
He
playing
actually might
Phoenix.
kill Rabel. Do they? No. Okay, power shot's still on cooldown.
Yeah. He's not playing Phoenix this time around, so he cannot just dive around. You know, as Crystal Maiden, you have to be a little bit more careful with how you position yourself. Did they ban the Phoenix, by the way, or what happened in the draft, or did they just go for CM instead?
They did ban it. I think it was second phase or something.
Because it's looking like a really good game for him this time around as well. But okay, it makes sense that they ban it out after that first game. I like the Axe pick, by the way, even though the hero did get nerfed a bit, I think he's still okay, and you get this dunk into Morphling that can come in handy as well.
Middle, I think Erase is dead. Bye, fam. Goodbye. Man, this sucks. Nothing you can do with win run. Do you just have to try and itemize for as early a BKB as possible if the game keeps going like this?
I'm not sure how the game is going. Let me see, 0-2-1. What are the last hits? 9 minutes in, wind range. Oh, he's suffering, but it's not terrible. I mean, he can. He suffered in the last game as well. His laning stage was even worse last time around.
Yeah.
BKB, I mean, it's decent, but you're playing into an Axe as well, so they have some ways against it. I think you have to still go for the standard build. Nice snipe.
Free gold for him. Set up quite nicely by Rue. I must say, Rue's been playing actually out of his skin in this series. A very, very good support player.
Yeah. Bot lane, Kasane, he does have Stampede, so you're basically not killing him. He's fine.
Stampede, 4-1 charges and still a piggy pole. He is A-okay. There's no way they kill him.
Yeah, double damage down on bot lane now that maybe Wind Ranger can use it. They smoke up as well. It would be nice to use this to get the pick off, get a kill on someone. Even on this Axe, it will be really solid, but you have to be careful. He has Blade Mail. So if you manage to power shot, to focus fire him and he uses Blade Mail, it could be rough.
We're gonna try go through the trees though. Rue coming in, gets the vision out onto Rabel, and that's gonna lead into them getting the kill. Well done by Erase. They even popped the Stampede because they want more. Pantomime, he's gonna die on the high ground here. And baby, he sort of showed himself thinking he was gonna stop that incursion onto the CM. Sadly, he failed, but doesn't die for it at least.
Yeah, exactly. Mid lane as well, 1J. There's a double damage, remember, like he's got an Urn and a Healing Lotus, but he's caught in the brambles. Power shot.
Is he gonna die from this? He does. This Warpine Raider gets in the last right click. They kill off 1J on the Weaver. Man, that is very, very, very nicely done by Yellow Suba. Look at how much gold has been picked up by Erase. He's pretty much just back. It's almost like the last couple of minutes didn't happen.
By the way, this Enchantress talent is pretty solid. Like, I've seen talent, face it. I've seen everyone go for the Spirits talent on her. But I think this Live Wire is not Live Wire. It looks similar to Live Wire. It's Spellbound. This Spellbound is also nice. Like, you get so much attack range bonus, 200 cast range as well increased. Like, you know, Enchant suddenly becomes a Nimba spell. Like, it becomes really, really strong. It's a nice thing to have, especially if you're going for those right clicks. You can just cast it later on as well for some extra damage. You get surprised. Basically, like, you're level 6, if you max out Impetus, like, it's a lot of damage if you go 4-4-0.
Also gives them some of that chase potential that's always nice to have, so you don't always have to rely on Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
You see L1 trying to make their way towards middle, but creep wave is a little bit too far forward. They just need to try to pull it away from the tier 1 tower.
Yeah. Who's by the way, did you talk about the drafts? Which draft do you prefer here?
I preferred L1.
L1,
like
yeah,
L1.
same. I think it's a really good morphling game, and Satanic is a kind of a player that carries the game on his own. But I love the X pick here. I think it's very good. And also, there's just so much burst versus these squishies, so with the Lina.
Yep. We yet again see a Wind Ranger just poking down a tier 1 tower middle. Erase, able to get that one. Now sitting just shy of level 10. And we'll see if the team want to make any other big moves on the map. I think they'd be happy to, even if they smoke up and get nothing out of it, just forcing the L1 side away from where this Morphling is farming. Basically the same strat they ran last game. Keep fighting elsewhere. Eventually Morphling will come online and hopefully carry us to victory.
Yeah, eventually. The only difference is, at least in this game that I'm seeing, is this eventually might become... might come a little bit earlier, because he didn't have a rough lane as much as I see. He's got 1 assist, 0 deaths. Maybe he left the lane, but he's farming. He's on top of the network. Remember, that CK was 4th. Yep. Maybe even 5th at some point early on in the game. Like, he was dumpstered in the last game and he still carried. This time around, he's having a much better time. Like this Morphling almost has a Manta completed. What was that attempt, by the way? By the Weaver? Like, what exactly are you trying to do?
He's been doing this, he did this last game as well. He just kept following Satanic around and just leeching experience and trying to Sakuchi through his creeps in the jungle.
It's always funny when I see this one hero running towards the pack of smoked heroes and he's running from one to another. Who's got smoke? Who used it? Smoke me.
Well, Phantom will reveal the smoke. They actually blink forward and find 1J as well. At the same time, the Axe Call catches onto Erase. That's the premier hero, and there's no Wind Ranger for this fight. Freezing Field means the other heroes have to flee as well. 1J drop-bound bugs onto both Rue and Kasane. And Baby has Blink in a second. It's coming closer. Won't be able to get there. But at the same time, Kasane blinked in the opposite direction. What a mad lad. He's able to at least get 1 kill out of this. He might kill some couriers too on the way out. Yeah, he will. He will not get called either. He's fine.
I was thinking maybe he'll even go for the Wisdom Rune, but doesn't do it. Not that crazy. Instead, he's gonna TP bot.
Yeah, it comes bottom just to put some damage out onto this Life Stealer, but does have the Infest creeping right in front of him. So should be playing.
Did they change anything about the enchant on the creep that he's controlling? You can't control it, right? Like, he just runs around.
I don't believe so, no. Yeah, I don't think he should be able to.
Imagine he infests and then he can't get out. You get the creep and you get the creep spell, you know, and he's just stuck. You're coming with me, boy.
You live here now.
Yeah, let's go. Send him to the fountain instantly, you know. Like the good times.
That's funny.
I think there was a patch where you could do that. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it's still the case. It sounds too funny to be the case, but let's see. Enchantress, I do like what he's doing. He's going for Glimmer and drums. I feel like they don't really lack damage. You know, like you can go for this right click, but you can also just bot lane, go on Weaver.
Yep. They don't manage to find the kill. No time lapse available, but they do jump back in on the side of L1. Kasane is the first target. Got himself called in, and he'll get himself killed off. L1. Nice rotation with the response there.
Yeah, we mentioned how strong this Axe pick is. Like, just looking at the game, I didn't even watch the draft. I just jumped into the game and I'm looking at Axe and I'm like, yeah, this seems good. This seems nice. You don't care about the Wind Ranger early on. You know, you have this Blade Mail. He has to be very careful about how he approaches you. And you mentioned the BKB and he is going for the BKB. Of course, it's not instant BKB. Like we talked, he needed something extra first. He gets the Maelstrom for some farm, for some damage, for those Javelin procs. And now he is opting to go for BKB. Top lane, Morphling.
Yeah, in some danger here. The dunk, though, not gonna actually do the trick. So that's gonna be an Axe all of a sudden in danger. Power shot hits him up. And this Morphling is the one that gets the kill. Satanic, man. 10k net worth lead, a tier 1 tower about to be taken. And the Water Boy much closer to being online than is comfortable for L1.
Yeah, completely online, I would... well, not completely online. He's not like this Kanda Morphling, but look at this stack of Ancients.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's no way you let him farm this. You have to...
But they don't know about it, you know? And Axe is dead, too. I'm not sure how they can contest it without the Axe. You know, Weaver just got infested into the... Other way around. Weaver got the Lifestealer inside of him, so there's nobody to actually stop this.
Why did you... I mean, you said it correctly.
Right the first time.
Yeah, he got infested. The Lifestealer is inside of him. What do you think? Where exactly is Lifestealer when he infests a hero? Where does he reside?
I mean, if he's a Lifestealer, surely it's like inside your heart, right? Slowly but surely taking away your life essence.
Okay. So it's not like from the anime or whatever, the hentai. What is it? What's it called? The parasite thing, you know, where they take over your brain. Is that the one? The manga?
Well, it's not a hentai, my friend. I think that one is called Parasite.
Yeah, I don't know the differences in these things, man. They're all the same to me.
Chat, let us know. Please teach and educate Lizard on the difference between hentai, manga, and anime.
it's all weebs to me. You know, all the same. Mid lane, 1J. He's trying to get this. Yeah, he's being sneaky.
Also, you know, in the previous game you were mentioning how you support weavers can itemize for whatever. Look at him going for Skadi, bro. First item.
What a boss. I mean, you are playing into a Morphling, so you're going Vessel Skadi. This is some boss man right here, you know?
Man.
Yeah, I mean, the good luck. Look, as a position 4 weaver, I really think that you can, if you want to farm, you can find farm. Like this hero finds farm.
First item.
What a boss. I mean, you are playing into a Morphling, so you're going Vessel Skadi. This is some boss man right here, you know?
Man.
Yeah, I mean, the good luck. Look, as a position 4 weaver, I really think that you can, if you want to farm, you can find farm. Like this hero finds farm. The only question is, how much does your team hate you for that? Because if you are farming like this, like what can you do? You can be behind their tier 2 around the well and just farm the wave together with the medium camp.
They're about to farm the Lifestealer. He had to pop the Infest, but they are a little bit zoned back and scared about the rest of the team coming in. And they're correct, because this squad is making its way down to bottom. But they will give up their chase when they see that Yellow Submarine are no longer going for this engagement. But now might be the Axe who's the easier target. The Shackle Shot will not latch. Gets off the bonus armor, and here comes Lifestealer on the back edge of the fight. Freezing Field gets cancelled out by the Yule Scepter. Morphling waveforms in. Satanic wants the kill. He'll get it out onto this Axe. At the same time, Crystal Maiden also taken away by Erase. They're looking for more though. Rabel close to the tier 2 tower, trying to juke and jive his way away, but unfortunately Terrorize sends him right back into the waiting arms of the Morphling, giving the Satanic King a double kill. And man, Yellow Submarine, 5k net worth lead now at 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I feel like the huge difference between this game and the last one is now they're playing a more even matchup when it comes to the draft, and their lanes went better, so you can see it already. Okay, the mid lane didn't go that well, but the other lanes did. Bot lane, Violent.
Super dead. Sorry, mate. Super dead.
Oh, they catch him. Nicely done. Nice little play and the tip on the Cent who did the catchings. So,
dude,
pretty good.
Click on the Centaur quickly. Is 1J dead? I think 1J should live here.
I clicked.
Centaur has Blink Pipe at 20 minutes, dude. Oh, 1J is actually gonna die. Wow, they actually caught him. Nice. How does Centaur have Blink Pipe at 20 minutes, dude? With 800 gold still in the bank. What is going on here?
I mean, I think this is a solid Centaur, normal Centaur game. Of course, like he's got 3 more items than I would have at this point, but he's just 20-minute Centaur things. You know, you farm a lot with the pipe. Actually, what the pipe gives you a ton of regions, so you can work around that. You know, you can go into the full double edging, the creep waves, farming faster. But if you look at the enemy offlaner, it's the same thing, right? Like the Axe, he's got the same farm.
Yeah. How do you know as well that Yellow Submarine's game is going a lot better? In the previous game, they were struggling to find engagements that led to Roshan, and they were struggling with position around the pit. Now, no issue. They can put 2 heroes in here. They've got fantastic vision of the Radiant Triangle, which scouts out quite a few heroes. So they know for a fact that there's nobody coming to contest them.
Yeah. They do snatch that rush. They have Kanda. Like, I love that Satanic went full on aggro mode, you know? Like Manta, Satanic, this isn't... sorry, not Manta, yeah. He is a Satanic, but there's a Manta and Kanda on him. So he will be able to blow up a Lina or even an Axe, you know, just get on top of these targets. But the game, even though it looks completely in Yellow Submarine's favor right now, I don't think that's completely true. You still have to play these fights very nicely, and you have to be precise and not get caught by the Axe. That's the most important thing.
And I'm looking at the win percentage right now, or the probability. And in game 1, when L1 had a 80% chance to win, they threw like 3 fights back to back. So Yellow Suba, maybe it's a problem that they're this far ahead. Let me see how they actually stabilize the rest of this game. They scouted Lifestealer, but he has rage, so I don't think he dies here. He's fine.
You see? Shackle. He's got the blade mail.
Axe is fine. He's got BKB as well now.
Remember, by the way, what I said about Weaver being able to find farm. Where did I say he's gonna find it? Around the tier 2. He's farming. Basically, this is what you do. You creep skip this wave, or you don't even creep skip it, and you just pressure the tier 2. You have mana regen here. You're farming the enemy hard camp and the medium camp. The only problem is, if you are doing this, you're off of the map. Like, you're just not sure. You're basically a -0 on the map for your team. You're pressuring a bit, sure, but if the other parts of the map are collapsing, it might not be the best play.
Yep. Sadly, I13 was not able to get too much pressure onto that tower. He's also changed his mind from the Skadi and instead going for the Hex after the Spirit Vessel. Okay. He's gonna need it down bottom though. He takes the Twin Gate because he knows that his crew is gonna need him if they want to mount a defense, and it looks like they do. They smoked up with 3. Axe has some precious cargo. Definitely doesn't want to jump Morphling. Looking for the backlines. How do they get there though? They need some vision, Liz. I13 finds the bugs through the trees, and that scouts out the Wind Ranger. Are we gonna get the jump? Axe, where you at, bro? There it is, finally going out onto the Wind Ranger. In the meantime, they also managed to burst away the Morphling. So there is no Aegis available onto him. They didn't even Laguna for that. How did that happen? Weaver, he's chasing forward, watching these heroes flee. Can't really do much all by his lonesome. Axe is coming in closer and closer. The slow will apply from the Sakuchi. They really just want to close this gap. He's happy to eat the Bedlam damage if it means them getting a kill, but he's actually reaching for more, hoping to blink past this Dark Willow, looking for Kasane. Rue will happily die if it means Kasane can get out though, dropping the Brambles on the way out. So that is a 3-for-0 engagement with one of those lives being in Aegis. And L1, how did they kill the Morphling? Can we get a replay? I want to see how that happened.
I don't think the Enchantress was on him, but she didn't hit him. And Wind Ranger thought that the blink was broken. I really think that they thought the blink was broken, and because of that, they fought the way they fought. Like, there is no way. I mean, you're playing into Axe. I guess Wind Ranger, all you have to do is wait for him. Just, you know, bluff him out. Wait for him to jump someone else first, or just don't show. Let Morphling take the tower if they don't want to initiate. I think Enchantress or one of the teammates said that they broke the blink. And they didn't, because he kind of hid in the trees, and then he blinked after the hit. And, you know what it was, man? Look at this. He has Gossamer Escape. I think the hit missed. I think the hit missed.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Because as I was watching the replay, I was also like, this still feels weird. What happened? Like, why was he able to blink? But that makes sense. I didn't see he had a Gossamer Cape. Okay.
I think that's the case.
Whew. Well...
This item, I'm telling you, this item is...
This item is busted, dude. I think it's crazy.
It's so damn good. Especially when you're playing versus some TA and heroes like Karnersa jumping you to bash you with that first hit. He still bashes me with the second hit, but, you know, at least it's not the first.
One thing we also saw in that fight is because there are heroes such as Axe. Well, Axe is one thing that Morphling knows he has to be aware of, but... every now and then, what happened in the previous fight can take place, where this massive magic damage just comes out before you're ready, and you get bursted down. So, Satanic has to play in. Look what he does immediately. Click on Satanic. Look what he's building up. He going for the Lincoln Sphere. He's like, you know what? That came way too close for comfort. Let's not have that happen without me having an Aegis at least.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Like, they don't really have too many ways of breaking it that are easy and simple. And so because of that, like overall, it's a core item on Morphling regardless. He's going for Swift Blink afterwards, so just wants to be able to play this game really damn fast. No BKBs, no Satanics, nothing like that. Just jump in, blow someone up, get out with the Linkens, maybe Rage from the Lifestealer as well. Nicely done by them to catch Weaver, by the way, as well on that. The scan was good.
Yeah. Weaver, not that, for about 2,600 gold away from having the full Hex available for himself. But by the time he gets it, Morphling probably going to have Swift Blink as well. Satanic is so farmed. Oh my god, dude. Violence, you have your work cut out for you, buddy. That Aghanim Scepter has to come ASAP. It cannot come fast enough.
Kasani blinks. Like, Lina was TPing exactly where he was TPing to, but when he TP'd to, he blinks out to try and catch her. If he just stomped as he TPs, maybe he even catches her. Most likely not, but it would be closer.
Got a smoke. A delivery for you. Delivery. Is anybody home? Yellow Suba? Got something I want to give you. They're picking out on the Morphling, but at the same time, 1J was scouted bottom. He was inside a dust as well, so...
They know for sure that he's still around. It's like the Weaver
look,
game.
They found King. They got him. They got Satanic. Do they have enough damage to kill him is the question. I don't think they do, at least not quickly. But now they get the help, though, from Rabel, who shows off his Blink Dagger, coming in with the burst damage. That is going to be that. Morphling is gone, and that's probably going to be a tower taken somewhere as well.
Nicely, very nicely done. Also, this Weaver preventing them from pushing. He's still playing around them, but that's one thing that this Weaver is known for and is super annoying. You know, like you can catch him, but he's just creating so much space. It's annoying. Like when you're watching the game from our perspective, it's completely different story to when you were playing the game. Dark Willow.
Finally gets it. At the very edge. He didn't want to have to BKB for it, but you do what you gotta do.
It's a 6-second BKB at this point, right? Like every time you use it, it's whatever, I guess, for the axe. As long as the cooldown is there for the next fight, you'll be all fine.
Yeah.
Lina,
so
by the way,
game, yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, have you seen a lot of Lina games? Because I've seen not too many, but in every game she just was insanely strong.
I've seen a couple, but also not really that many. I think professionally, there's only been one game that was played during the qualifiers. But every time I come across her in pubs, I get eaten.
Yeah, mid lane.
We still win the game, but we get eaten. Mid lane, gonna be a jump from Kasane. Found Pantomim. Pantomim is still alive, but not much longer. As Satanic is there with the Kanda hit on the adaptive strike, easily cleaning up the CM.
Yeah, just one single hit, and that's it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Crystal Maiden. For me, Enchantress, let's see that first. She should be fine. Yeah.
She's
not violent.
fine.
Look at that. He's going crazy mode on the other side.
For this. There's a fight in the backline here where they found the axe and killed him. Okay, this is really good for them. Rabel going to be able to TP out at the very least. All right. Okay.
Yeah, they don't really have a lot of info from the Weaver. Like, he's snatching on the other side. I think he maybe got the Wisdom Rune, I'm not sure, but he was farming in any case. And like, he's gonna have his Hex soon. He's not too far away from it. It's still, what, 1400 gold, but he's gonna get there eventually. The problem is, like, I'm not sure if this kind of a gameplay, for me at least, justifies the amount of space that they're getting on the map, you know, like... if you're next to your axe, maybe they catch you instead of the axe. Maybe he gets a better call, something like that. Maybe you're giving vision. But this is also fine. If you can justify it later on, of course, with your items.
Yeah. I think if he shows middle, Pantomime is dead. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry. Sorry, bro. That was a proper Castor's curse, actually. That one's on me, man. I'm sorry.
Well, the curse is when you say he's not gonna die and then he dies. That's
no,
the
but
Castor's curse.
But don't you remember every time we cast, whenever I say someone's going to die, they always end up living?
That's true. You're the reverse curse.
Yeah, yeah.
Weaver, he's caught right now. He does have ulti, but
has time lapse. He's actually gonna be fine. I'm not sure if he lives, but he's gonna be fine for the first round. 4 staff away.
That wasn't forced.
The psychic headband, bro. Yeah. That was okay. If not for the additional Bramble catching him, he actually might have lived there.
He lives, I think, 100% almost. Maybe someone else catches him, but he was fine. There was no more damage left in store for Dark Willow. Really nicely done. Like this man with the psychic headband. Yeah, it's just was too good. Way too good. We saw the vacuum into brambles this morning. Now we're seeing headband into brambles. There's just too many brambles on the ground. Let's be real. So whatever happens, Axe jumps. Nice jump.
2-hero call onto both supports. They're definitely gonna get viscerated. Woo! That was nice. Very nice. And a charge as well for the Axe, so some additional armor on the Coat of Blood. Always feels good.
I love how in this series, every time team gets an Aegis, they lose the next fight. Like, or a skirmish, or someone dies on their side. Look at Weaver, 2.4k.
Dude, this Hex is almost done. I can't believe he actually got here as safely as he did. Like, without more of the map getting taken away from them.
Yeah, I mean, he was taking some creep waves around the tier 2. You're basically freeing up the map as well, you know, you're pushing in the waves. There are some nice things about it. The bad things are you're not next to your teammates when the fights are happening. The nice things are you're constantly giving info, you're pushing in, you're annoying. There are good and bad things to it.
Radiance can connect pretty damn flush, so they are fully aware of what Yellow Suba is up to. The question is, will they start to corral together? They sort of sent 1J to break any smokes if he can. Doesn't find anybody, so the entire Radiant lineup will just play as close together as possible and just take a Tormentor in the meantime.
Who gets it? It's the Axe. Nice little battle hunger to affected units.
Okay, look where this Wind Ranger is. Erase is trying to do another play like he did on Puck, blinking onto the high ground and triangle and getting a kill. And yet again, Liz, he's going to succeed in this endeavor. They're not done just yet, though. Waveform forward to find Pantomime. He had a freezing field for about half a second before he gets blown up.
Let it go. Yeah, didn't really happen. Can they push? By the way, they do have the Swift Blink that we talked about. He didn't opt to go for. Instead, he went for the Satanic. What's a Satanic without Satanic? It makes sense, right? Like, why did he name himself that way? But specifically when you're playing Morphling, like, it makes a lot of sense. Goes high ground. And Lifestealer, well, he's trading tier 2 for tier 3. There's a glyph at least.
Well, if Rabel can clear out this creep wave, with a tier 2 tower can, look where 1J is. 1J is pushing back. Unfortunately for them, though, there is still too much, and they're going to be able to take a bottom lane of Rax.
I think even with I think even with the glyph, they could take those Raxes. They have a full wave, 2 creeps at least, 2 range creeps next to them.
They're not going to stick around for the mid, though, as Axe is back in 5 seconds. They've achieved enough, and they will be happy with their gains on the map, especially with the Aegis expiring. With 2 minutes left, you know, just play the map, get to your next round of items. It's not that big of a deal.
One big item that is coming, it's already there actually. First smoke from Violent, from Axe. They're showing the Lifestealer, nicely done. You just want to show one hero and then you can continue on with the smoke, but there's so many wards around here. One item that's really big is this Orchid on Morphling. Like, he's got it now. He replaced the boots with it. You can jump the Lifestealer. He has no save.
Yeah. There will be a shackle shot thrown in. Oh, Violent? Violent? Is Violent just dead? Let's see what he got here. He's trying to man up right now, fight up against all of them. He has a BKB of his own, though, utilizing that to fight into it. And 1J, he's going to get blown up by the Condor Morphling. Freezing field thrown in by Pantomime, gets cancelled out, though, which might lead to the death of said CM. And indeed it does. Right now, Erase was sitting with the Lifestealer inside of him, who was playing aggressively with the Infest, but unfortunately the Infest ends, the BKB is finished, and his life is forfeit. A triple kill for the Morphling of Satanic.
This BKB was on Courier, for sure. Like, I mean, before, when he TP'd base, because on top lane he didn't have it, but okay, he finishes off the BKB, it still doesn't help him. He needed it against the Orchid. maybe a Manta, something like that. Any sort of a save versus the Orchid. He already had it, but the fight was way too clean by Yellow Submarine.
Looks like the game is about to end here. Yellow Suba not in the mood to play another hour-long extravaganza. They want to put this one to bed ASAP. Morphling just picks up the full Bloodthorn, so he can just one-shot, one kill any county he comes across.
His Aegis is gone.
They've opened up the space. He still has Aegis for 5 seconds. Will they try and do something? They're gonna come the call from the Axe. Aegis expires in 1. Now what? Can they get these kills? No, they cannot. Kasane instead gets the counter initiation and kills off the Axe, who buys back instantly though. He's trying to salvage this game however way he can. Doesn't have Blink for another 2 seconds. It's gonna come back online, but Yellow Suba, the heroes are too far away. So L1, they still maintain the game. The base is not completely destroyed, but man, Lizard, what are they supposed to do right now?
That would have been the perfect call if he had BKB, but his BKB was on cooldown still on Axe. So he just gets Yuled and that's it. The Morphling cannot die. But if he's still down there and if he's hitting the Morphling, then maybe there's a chance to kill him off.
Oof. Game is hot. 1 lane of racks remaining for the side of L1. As Yellow Suba, they're actually gonna smoke up. Bro, I love how they're playing the second game. They just have a 0 chill, 0 breaks on this train, and now they're gonna find the Lina, who blinks away in time. Doesn't find the stun, but there is gonna be an initiation from the rest of the squad. Erase though, falling very low, dies because of the blade mail of the Axe. It is 4v5 right now, but Axe still is suffering damage from these impetus shots from Kasane, and he will eventually end up ticking out. The Morphling took quite a bit of damage from Rebel, but Rebel is certainly not strong enough to do it all by his lonesome. So this Morphling gets out. Rue as well, able to TP away. There's no Axe to cancel things, and Rebel wasn't close enough for the LSA. A 1-for-1 exchange. However, given the way that this game has been going, L1 will feel very happy by this fight.
Oh, for sure. At least you managed to delay it a little bit longer, you know, you kill off this, the Wind Ranger. The only issue is once she's up, that's 30 seconds, at least without the Axe. Maybe there is a play that's possible. Like, this game is very out of hand for them. Like, I do believe that there is a world in which they can defend high ground and maybe blow up even the Morphling with the Blink Axe call combo. It's just so hard once these saving items come online, and they are coming online. Like, you can see that Centaur is queued up the Wind Waker, and Dark Willow also queued up the Wind Waker. Basically, if you are playing versus Axe, queue this item up immediately. That's the way you win against him. Like, eventually you're gonna get it, and his calls will become severely, you know, diminished. So they are buying them, and eventually, once they come online, this Wind Ranger shouldn't be that scared of him anymore.
I mean, even the Enchantress sitting with the Hurricane Pike and the Glimmer Cape. Multiple tools to save each other in these fights, which makes life very difficult. We'll see how they end up being able to try and deal with this. At some point, you need, like, eventually Lifestealer gets Nullifier, but that's after the MKB, and maybe even later than that, who knows? It's not on the horizon, that's for sure.
Yeah, what else is happening here? What do we have? Anything crazy from the Radiant side?
What is kind of crazy, I'm surprised that Rebel isn't opting for BKB on this Lina. What do you think about this?
Oh, I like the build. I feel like in this situation, you man up. You just go all in. Like, you don't go BKB. It's not gonna save you. You're gonna... If they get on you, you're dead. E-Blade is good. Like, it helps versus all of these heroes. Blink and Aghanims should be good enough for you to position yourself well so you don't get gone on. You know, sometimes you get caught, so what? It's like positioning problem. But this kind of a build allows you to 100-0 almost any hero on the map. Even, I would actually say even a Morphling, if they can break the Lincolns. One of the strengths of Lina, she has unmatched burst in the game, so... Rebel is still the one that, he's like, you know, it all comes down to execution, and because of him, I'd give them maybe 20% chance here, 20-80, something like that. Okay.
Dota Plus disagrees. It thinks it's only 4% chance for L1 at this point.
Dota Plus gave a Yellow Submarine 15% last game, so...
That's true, yeah. I mean, at some point, they were actually at 5% last game for Yellow Suba, so...
I think
As long as it's not 0.
as long as it's not 0, exactly. I think it's rougher for L1 to come back than it was for Yellow Submarine in that last game. But if they play their cards right, it's possible.
One avenue of play that they can pursue is perhaps getting themselves an Aegis. The next Roshan comes up in 45 seconds. And Yellow Suba, aware of where it's going to be, gonna try to get themselves through the Twin Gate onto the Radiant side as soon as possible. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're not set up for this whatsoever. L1 might have to forfeit this one, but that, I don't know if you can allow that to happen, mate. Another Aegis for Morphling?
Well, probably not the best idea to give it away, but can they fight it? And what are they waiting for? That's the question, right? Like, can they fight it, and what item do they get? Because my problem was in these last couple of fights, Lifestealer didn't really feel like he's doing anything.
Yeah.
And look at the raise, by the way. Where are you going, friend? What's the plan?
He's chilling, man. Hanging out, you know. He's like, guys, last time I blinked forward crazy like this, we got a lot of kills, so don't worry. It'll be fine.
Rabel?
No,
Rabel?
Rabel! Oh, no! Oh, no. And he dies without buyback. Lizard, that's it. Game's over. There's no way. They get the call out, but yet again, there's going to be the instant use. He didn't get off the BKB in time. It finally comes out, but it's too late. Morphling now is on your backline, taking down your supports with the assistance of Kasane. And he's doing his best on this axe, but it's just not good enough. Here is going to be the